commercial 1 and commercial 2. So if you look at these colors and look anywhere on here, ask yourself if you live here, you can put a tiny house on it right now. Okay, so that's high. And then that's the first little stage, is that people need tiny houses to move in right now. The county, the city is trying to use tiny houses for equity. And so what they're saying is, after people pay off their tiny house in X amount of years and get a job and all that stuff, you can sell the tiny house, get a big down payment, and put it on a down payment on a house and become more permanent. But that's the second phase of affordable housing, which is creating houses that's $200,000 or less. Right now, Mount Shasta medium house price is $550,000, and the average income per person is $34,000. So if the average for one individual, single mom with kids, even worse, even harder, but single individual is $34,000, that means we can only afford $120,000 to $180,000 on average house. If you get two incomes together, a little bit more, but it's tricky. So that's the second phase. Right now, we're just trying to get anything related to affordable housing, not necessarily only tiny houses on wheels, but the whole planning city commission and the whole city council is 5 for 5. They all want it. So the population is going down from 3,300 to 3,200. Pretty soon it'll be 3,100, then 3,000 and all that. And in 10 years from now, our elders are going to be making their graduation and ascension in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 20 years from now. And so the young ones are also growing up, and they cannot afford a $550,000 house that's left behind. So our young ones are leaving too. So it's a double split that's going to be happening in the next 10, 20 years, where our population is going to drop from 3,000 down to 1,500. And the county, the city, all they know is when population drops, they need to increase property taxes, increase sales taxes, like crystal stores or anything, or gas. They need to increase that, and one more increase. As the population declines, the taxes must incline. And so if our elders are leaving and the young people are leaving, and then the ones that's left behind is us, has to pay 300% taxes from now. It'll 3x in 10, 20 years. We don't want to stay here. So the only real logical solution is grow the population. You grow the population, taxes will go down, sales tax will go down, or be sustainable, thriving. Now you got emergency systems. Right now, there's not enough cash flow coming into the city to pay for the maintenance, just regular maintenance. And so what they're talking about is losing the fire department employees and losing police officer employees, essential workers, in order to take their salaries and put it into the budget it's a business, right? And so if you have tiny houses and you put emergency services inside of there, right? Or families, we don't want police officer, fire department to lose families, leave. And so that's what YAS stands for. Yes to expedite. Expedite is the modifier. Expedite means in the county and in the city, it's about a 9-month delay for all permits. So if you want to build anything, a shed, a tough shed, 9 months.
Why is it so long?
California. And so expedite just means we want to go to council and give them enough feedback for them to make a clean, clear decision quickly, because so much feedback from us. What do you want? Do you want it this tall with high density? No. Okay, then no. Decision no. Do you want tiny houses on wheels in residential 2, 3, commercial 1, 2? Yes. Do you want the aesthetics to look like, just look at any color in the woods and just paint it that? Yes, done. They need feedback to make decisive decisions. Once we can make decisions, the other thing they need is feedback to remind them that they can always change whatever they vote on. They can always modify. And so what the council likes to do is, because there's no feedback, they like to hypotheticalize every little challenging problem that doesn't show up. They like to think of the 10, what if 200 homes come in? What's going to happen to our water? What's going to happen? You don't got one tiny house. Stop talking about like hypothetical challenges and problems. Expedite it, put it in. As 10 houses, 10, 20 tiny houses that we're going to manufacture in-house starts coming in, then we see a water challenge, or then we see an aesthetic challenge, then the council has to be reminded that they can modify any vote they wish and vote again, and then redo the vote. get that in their head. They think it's so like locked in. If I make a decision today, if I make this decision today, we're done. Like, no, make it today. I'll order a tiny house today. We'll like, bring it in today. And if there's a challenge, we change it.
Yeah, because remember that one of the things they were talking about is they were afraid that there was going to be a lawsuit. So they were afraid, I don't know if we approve this person has said they're going to sue us.
Right.
And so they're back and forth on that. And then the smart thing they came to the conclusion was that lawsuits are going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, like
whether it's this or anything.
They were comfortable enough that this person would not win the lawsuit.
Right.
They're like, so, you know, lawsuits can happen no matter what. So might as well just move it.
A sidewalk and move forward. Yeah,
so they were brave enough to like not be afraid of the lawsuit and do it anyway.
Now they need you.
Yeah.
They need your input. What we brought to them was that it's not just tiny houses, but when they talked about, like right now, there's vacancies inside the city, there's offices, there's a retention problem. There's a, you know, what else?
They can't
employment problem.
They can't get volunteer firefighters.
Volunteer, that was huge.
Because there's no place for them to live.
Well, what they didn't know is that all these little aspect challenges that they're talking about, they all stem, the core of it is affordable housing. If you have affordable housing, you have all the volunteers you want, you have all the retention you want, you have the vacancies filled and offices filled and cash flow from property taxes and hospitals and traveling nurses and gas and. We're just saying that here's a bike, spokes of the bike wheel, but the core of the bike is affordable housing. We're not here to say tiny houses on wheels is the only solution. We're just saying anything affordable housing that's $200,000 houses or less is the solution.
Yeah.
And right now the council is with us. Yeah. And they need to hear us.
Every bit helps. Every solution helps.
And
it's
so
another layer.
We have like email lists on the website now.
So if you sign up on the website, you can sign up for your email list. You can sign up just for updates on what's happening.
Yeah.
You can sign up if you want to volunteer to help with a potluck or an event of some kind. If you want to be like a business ally and put signs in your store or something like that. So there's places on the website where you can sign up to volunteer for any of those things, and then you'll go on the list.
Councilmember Casey was going to be here. He had something to show up, but he was interested in setting with you.
He wants to talk to you about hempcrete. He wants to come, but he said he messaged earlier and said he got delayed somewhere out of town. He probably isn't going to make it. He's still going to try, but if not, he still wants to connect.
Yes.
Yeah, big.
Give him my contact.
Yeah, he's really excited about alternative building methods, and he's really excited about affordable housing. He moved down here from Washington, somewhere north of Seattle, and it was a small town that he just watched this happen in his hometown, and it died. It died. So he's really passionate about making sure that same thing doesn't happen here.
Good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Olympia, where I have a lot of
nice.
examples that
Yeah,
I keep bringing up
Awesome.
to people.
Right.
Especially, it's helpful for the planning commission or city council to say, look, it was successful here.
And that's great.
And I was part of it. This is, personal, firsthand. That kind of story, I think, it really can help.
We'll get you on the thing if you're okay with it.
The main reason we wanted the potluck is because every second and fourth Monday is city council. Every second and fourth Monday is city council at the headwaters, that big event building, the big brown building. They always meet there at 5:30.
Yeah.
5:30.
Lodge, right?
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, the big one.
The big one.
Every second and fourth Monday is 5:30 city council. What they do is they give out the agenda on Friday, the Friday before, of what they're going to talk about. We wanted to have a potluck on Sunday. So here's the big news. Tomorrow they canceled the city council only because all their bids or whatever their projects are already out with subcontractors, and the subcontractors hasn't come back with any information.
They don't have anything
to, talk about
to vote on right now.
So they just said deuces. 2 weeks from now is the 25th. So we're going to have a potluck on the 24th, and we'll have the city agenda. And I think the 25th is when the City Planning Commission brings tiny houses to the City Council as a proposal, something else. The City Planning Commission is like brainstorming people on salary.
Yeah.
So they're like detail people. They're like the pitch of the roof, the snow load, the insulation thickness for snow, the trailer, can it go for the highway and stamped, certified, the aesthetics, the paint color, the landscaping, the lighting, you know, all that.
Yeah, they go to all the details, and then they send out experts. Okay, we need to know all the details on this thing, and they send somebody out to do all the research and come report back.
Yeah.
So then we can argue about if we want
pay
this or that.
$100,000 to a consultant. No, expedite. Make the decision now. We put a house in now. It looks like that tree. It has indigenous grasses.
Yeah,
the family is in now.
Yeah.
You know, we have employment, and everybody has a now hiring sign. Well, yeah. It's because your population. And so that's the key. The key modifier is expedite. That's what YAS stands for. Yes to expedite affordable housing.
Yeah.
It's a quick fix to the problem.